And we'll go down over the starting lineup as best we can here. It was given so quickly by our track announcer, Ted Wright, I could already write it down. So starting on the pole is Travis Hollenbach in the 67. Right beside him is the 02 of Phil Miller. Starting third is the 89 of Warren Campbell, who's back tonight. Starting fourth is the 98 of Chad Balliott. Starting fifth, the 14 of Dave Browse. Starting sixth is the 26 of Rick Straub. Starting seventh is the 27, last week's feature winner, Jim Yoder. Starting eighth is the 21I of Jerry Inch. Starting ninth is the 88 of Ed Miller. Starting in that 10th spot, the 61T, point leader Kenny Trevitz. Starting 11th in the number 15 is Scott Barrett. Starting in the 12th spot's the 96 of Steve Schaefer. Starting 13th, the 96J of Bill Stoker. Starting in the number 14th starting spot will be the 28 of Steve Lenner. Starting 15th is the 7 of, can't get the last name on that one. Starting 16th is John Baylor. Starting 17th is the 75 of John Houts. Then it's the 15 of Jay Furlong, the 1 of Captain Video, and the 8 of Doug Brown. We've got green flag on the speedway. Well, everybody, thunders through turns 1 and 2. They're banging sheet metal, and we've got a couple of them that didn't get through, I don't believe. The green light is still on, but I think we're going yellow, and there's the yellow light. A couple of cars down there behind the towing equipment, and we cannot see the inside of the speedway. So, kind of wish they would park the big trailers on the inside of the pit area there, and the open trailers along the hub rail, we could see the track. But that's not for us to decide. We'll be back with the restart. Well, let's see what happens on the second attempt here to get green flag on the field. A couple of our up front starters now on the back of the field, and some of them even in the pit area involved. Warren Campbell and 2 or 3 other cars. We got green flag as they come down the front stretch. Travis Hollenbach leading the number 26 of Rick Straub. Then it's Phil Miller, and we got yellow already trouble right here off of turn 4. Couple of cars with heavy damage. Well, the 88 of Warren Campbell limping down the front stretch. And, well, I tell you, Warren's got some severe damage there. A lot of sheet metal problems. Right front fender torn clean off the car. Right front flat. Wheels look square, hopping around. There's the 7 car also involved. So we were talking about Warren Campbell being involved earlier and being on the tail end. And now he's just basically in the pits and out of it. We'll be back with another attempt to go green. Well, we're back in here for take 3 in the start of this semi-late feature event. We've lost about a half a dozen cars already. Some heavy damage on Warren Campbell's car. A couple of cars out there with some battle scars on them. Let's hope that we get a good waving green flag this time. They come 3 wide down the front stretch. Jerry Inch, Phil Miller, and Travis Hollenbach all chasing the Ford-powered number 26 of Rick Straub. Straub takes him down the backstretch now. Travis Hollenbach fading back to that 5th spot. Right in front of the number 61T of Kenny Trevitz. Off turn 4, it's Rick Straub, your leader on the completion of lap number 1. Jerry Inch runs second. Phil Miller runs third. There's Jim Yoder, last week's feature winner, riding in that 4th spot. Hollenbach all over the speedway, but he leaves a wide enough opening for Kenny Trevitz to slip by on the backstretch. So a lot of the heavyweights now at the front of this pack. Ed Miller trying to work his way up from the depths of the field, way back. Off turn 4, Hollenbach scraping the fence. Evidently a handling problem on that number 67 car. There you see 3 of them. John Houts. Wow, they're still 3 wide. Jay Furlong in there, along with the number 28 machine of Steve Lenner. And now that sorts itself out a little bit off turn 4. It's still Rick Straub, your leader. But he's got Jerry Inch now all over him as they head to turn 1. Straub out of shape a little bit in turns 1 and 2. Jerry Inch working the inside of the speedway, and Jerry Inch not able to inch his way by as Rick Straub hangs on in the number 26 car. Down the front stretch one more time. A carbon copy of the last lap. Once again, Rick Straub riding up high, right where Jim Nace drove in the Camel Express number 26. I know Rick Straub. Look out, Straub now swings down low in the speedway, but Jerry Inch is in there. And Jerry Inch has his foot through the door now. Can he get the rest of the way by? We'll see what happens. They come to the flag stand side by side. Chevy versus Ford, and Chevy wins. Jerry Inch with the lead now. Rick Straub runs second. Then Jim Yoder high on the speedway, and look out. Jim Yoder and Phil Miller battling over that third spot. Kenny Trevitz runs fifth, right behind Phil Miller. Off turn 4, it's still Jerry Inch in the number 21 high over Rick Straub. And now Phil Miller slows down on the front stretch, real wobbly. Evidently, he's broken something on the 02 car, and he'll head to the pit area. Tough break for Phil Miller. Almost runs over the fence, the end post on the fence. Now we'll pick him up on the turn number 4, Jerry Inch, your leader. And Jerry Inch is beginning to scoot away from Rick Straub. Check the number 7 car, sheet metal hanging all over it. Leader's right behind you now. Lap traffic 4, look out, Jim Yoder and Kenny Trevitz. And Trevitz gets the advantage off of turn number 2 and moves up a spot. So Yoder, a little apprehensive about the number 7 car, hesitates, and Trevitz goes by. We're under yellow. And I'm not sure if we have a car spun down in turns 1 and 2, or if they just simply want to, oh, we have a car come to a stop off of turn number 4 is the problem. Way up there in no man's land where it's dark and dreary and spooky looking and behind the pole. So we'll be back with the restart. Well, we're back in here for hopefully the completion here of the Semi-Late feature event. We've had our share of problems in getting this one in the record books. Your leader is Jerry Inch in the number 21I. Rick Straub has been struggling, but hanging on to that second spot. Kenny Trevitz is up to third. We're going back green flag racing. Let's watch them down the front stretch. Kenny Trevitz now working the inside of Rick Straub in turn number 1. Trevitz gets a little bit out of shape and may not be able to make the pass this lap. He is, well, they're going after it in turn number 3. Straub keeps his foot to the floor. So does Straub. They're side by side off turn 4. Your leader still is the 21I Jerry Inch. We're watching the battle for second and the battle for fourth. Well, there you see Kenny Trevitz really lays it in there and gets a little high, but he has enough momentum off of turn number 2 to hold him off. Trevitz takes over that second spot, holding off the retaliation there of Rick Straub, you could say, off of turn number 2. Straub fighting back. But Jerry Inch is on a Saturday night drive in that number 21I. Inch looks strong tonight. Down the backstretch, Jerry Inch, your leader. I would suspect that Kenny Trevitz is just as fast, possibly, but Inch has gotten out in front much earlier, and he's going to get the checkered flag off turn 4. Jerry Inch picks up the win. Kenny Trevitz takes second. Rick Straub for third. Last week's winner, Jim Yoder, will finish fourth. Right behind him is Ed Miller in the number 88, taking the 5th spot. 6th, I believe, goes to Travis Hollenbach. Then Steve Leonard, followed by Chad Valiant, Phil Miller, and Jay Furlong. The top finishers. So Jerry Inch in the Chevrolet powered number 21I now coming down to the winner's circle, where he will receive the accolades and much congratulations from his crew members, I'm sure. Jerry Inch is a super guy and a super crew, on this number 21 I car. They never give up. I mean, these guys, even when they're not winning, you go down there, they're working hard, and they're super guys. And we congratulate them on a good job here tonight, picking up, I think, his second win or third win of the season.